welcome to Lambeau Field for the second matchup in this rivalry game set. Sure, that works. Second game of the season against the Green Bay Packers. Unfortunately, in the previous game, we lost to them at home in a pretty embarrassing fashion. Our offense couldn't do anything. Defense did as well as it could, considering all the turnovers and everything that we saw from Saunders. But Jordan Love, the starter here, he has over 3,500 yards, 25 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, so hell of a lot better than what Saunders has. But all that really matters is that we get the win here. They beat us at home. It's only fair that we beat them at home. And I'm sure it's a chilly game here as we are late into the season, and that should have been an interception, at least a pass knocked away. But that's a primary example of why we are not going to re-sign Fuller this season. And as you see here over at the left outside linebacker, well, actually right outside linebacker spot, because it's flipped versus the way we see it. But Alex Brooks is now listed as the starter for the left outside linebacker position. For the remainder of the season, he'll be taking over for Eric Wilson, who was playing that for most of the season. We did have Alex Brooks come in for some spot starting when Eric Kendricks was injured, and he played very well. So want to continue to see him grow, get close to the unlocking that dev trait and seeing what that is. So he'll get some more play time as this season wraps up. We already saw at the end of last episode in the game that will never exist that we have basically clinched the NFC North. We're 4 games up and there's only 3 games remaining, or something along those lines. There's more games, or we're up more games than there are remaining. I can't remember how many games are left. I want to say Packers, Raiders, and then we will wrap up the season against the Bears. So yeah, 3 games and then we're up 4 is I'm pretty sure what it is. So we're going to try to get some of these younger guys who are not currently playing. And how is that a completion and a gain? Come on, Madden. Can't do me like that. Bakhtiari, though, unfortunately, he goes down injured on that play. And that could possibly be a more serious injury as he was heading into the locker room. So a big loss there for the Packers, as he's one of their best, almost all-time offensive linemen. We forced the pass to be completed, but at least completed and then ran out of bounds. So bringing up a 4th and 3. And for the first points of this game, Green Bay scores a field goal, putting them up 3-0 early in this game. Granted, we haven't had the ball yet on offense. And we saw last game how good an offense we can have when we don't force the ball through Saunders, when we let our running backs run. And so that's going to continue to be what we do here. Going to try to avoid the sack. Not going to, however. Preston Smith ends up catching back up to us. Going to be a loss of 5 on the first down play. And as we talked about last episode again, Saunders has to really avoid the hits because his stamina drops extremely quickly. So with that sack, he was back into the orange, and it's only that was the first play, and his stamina is already that bad. So we really have to manage that. Because unfortunately, when his stamina gets bad is when we start to see those turnovers. So we're going to bring in Mund here for this play here, that again we bring him in mostly as a runner to do exactly that. We call the slants, see if there's something open for a second, and if there's not, we find a lane to run. We get the first down with Mund. And not only are we using Mund there as a threat, but it helps give Saunders a little bit of a break. Head over to the sideline, get some energy back in him. We have Dalvin going down the sideline. He gets the block from Jefferson. Can he get away from Jair? He cannot. Pushed out at the 10, but a huge run there from Dalvin. One of the best we've seen from him in quite a while. And of course, the big threat we have to worry about is Jair Alexander. So what I'm going to do is try to see if we could force him to follow Chark. It'll definitely identify if they're running a zone, which they are. So we're going to get behind. Nope, we're not going to actually. And you see, that is exactly what I'm talking about. He fumbles out of bounds, luckily. But when his stamina gets low, it's turnover city for Saunders. What I was trying to do was get behind Dalvin and have him be a lead blocker for us, but it doesn't quite work there. So we're going to bring in Mund here, see if we could get a scramble for something here. In the corner of the end zone, we didn't really have any room to run. We had that one-on-one threat, so we decided to try it. Ends up not working out for us very well there. Don't like what we see there. Going to try to scramble out here. Looks like open lanes here for Saunders. He's going to get in for the Vikings' first touchdown, and we score on the Packers much earlier than we did in that previous Packers matchup where Saunders had, I think, had 5, 6, maybe 7 turnovers, no touchdowns. Mund came in and actually threw the only touchdown that we scored. So Saunders comes in, gets a little bit of revenge here on that previous performance with a touchdown in the first quarter. But yeah, as I was saying, with Brooks being now the new starter at the left outside linebacker spot, he's still the backup at every linebacker spot, so he's on the field as often as we can. As they go for Boyle, that is their rookie receiver, he gets the first down. But yeah, the goal kind of for the remainder of the season is get Brooks out there about as often as we can without taking out one of our main guys, being Kendricks or Smith. We're going to send him on the blitz here, and they pass right where he left. And someone's wearing Jordy's number. It's very interesting. As we saw in the previous game, their backup quarterback is Kirk Cousins, and he's wearing 4, so he's wearing Favre's number. And then their kicker is wearing 12, which was obviously Rodgers' number. Is an awful attempt there to tackle from Joyner. They're going to get another first down. And what we can tell so far from the limited play that we've seen from Love is that he's a quick pass kind of quarterback. So they're not going to have these long developing plays. And they're going to have some fantastic blocking up front, get the first and second level, and they're all the way down to the third where luckily we get the tackle. But yeah, he's a quick passer, so I wouldn't rely on him too much, or rely on the double A gap blitz too much, because the ball's going to be out before we even possibly get there. At least that's typically what they run. But at the same time as that, whenever we do get in the face of Love, his accuracy kind of just goes out the window. So they're going to score. No one covered Lazard. Easy passing touchdown. Going to put the Packers back in the lead 10-7. And on that touchdown, we were running a cover 3. So the spot where Lazard was completely wide open, that was Joyner's coverage, and he was not there. Dalvin Cook, however, trying to answer quickly. He gets the stiff arm, gets the block, and once again down to about the 10. Not a touchdown, but 3 carries, 126 rushing yards, having himself a game. But yeah, that was Joyner's coverage, so seems to be that he's struggling a little bit in this matchup, having a couple very poor plays to start the game here. Because we're not going to find much. Going to try to go for the corner, the end zone. Jefferson was there, and they're going to say incomplete. Definitely thought he drugged the feet there and had the completion before getting out of bounds, but they say no. They don't challenge it themselves. I'm not going to waste a timeout early in this game. We're going to get forward with Cordero Patterson, get down to the 3. And we haven't run this play this close to the end zone. We're going to see if we could get rookie undrafted receiver Ty Spence a touchdown. I'm going to bring him over here for the jet sweep right off the edge, and no blocking there from Lucas, who's normally really good, but blown up in the backfield. Going to bring up a 4th and goal. We got to just go ahead and tie this game. So Young Ho Koo comes out after he missed a field goal last week in the sim. He didn't have an opportunity for a field goal in the actual game because we kept scoring touchdowns, but we're going to tie this one up 10-10. Good for Koo. The Packers will retake the field here. Game's tied, 4 minutes left in this first half. And they've been very heavy on the pass, but when they decide to run, it's hitting pretty well for them. And so far, our coverages aren't working very well. Jordan Love is 10 for 10, a little over 100 yards. We're going to switch to maybe play a little bit of some man coverage here. They go for a run down the middle, get maybe a gain of 2 or 3, and Harrison Smith down clutching at his knee. It looks bad because he's beating the ground at the same time. Really unfortunate there. Harrison Smith is a very tough guy. He goes over to the sidelines, doesn't go to the locker room, but still holding that leg. I'm sure the trainers will be over there soon to take a look at him. In the meantime, Alex Brooks is in, and somehow we don't get that sack. They get that thrown away. I understand there's a receiver there, but part of me really wishes that's a penalty, but honestly, I do the same thing sometimes, so I understand. So they go for a pass here. Alex Brooks and Eric Kendricks there to get the tackle. Going to force a 4th and 2. And here's an update on Harrison Smith. They're just saying bruised knee. It showed to be a bit more than that, at least with how much it was hurting, but he's getting a bit older. So in the meantime, we'll bring in Alex Brooks. Vikings offense takes the field with a chance to go up in this game. See if we could find a way to do that. I'm going to go for the check down here, and a great snag there from Chark, one hand and diving. So a fantastic grab for him. We're going to come out here now with the 4 receiver set and run a draw here to Cook, who gets forward, fights for it, keeps fighting, and gets the first down and a little bit more. Now inside the 2-minute warning here. We see Justin Jefferson has the +2 the whole way. He has possibly something. Nope. One-on-one. Good time to take a shot, and it seems like every time we do, one of these safeties or corners from Green Bay gets a pick. And honestly, you could argue a little bit for some pass interference there on Savage as he came over and made contact with Justin Jefferson before getting his head turned around to get that pick. So questionable call there, and looks like Harrison Smith is back out there for the Vikings. And they're going to need to do everything they can to ensure that there isn't a quick score here for Green Bay right before half. They're going to come out with a double A-gap blitz here, and no one there. Dantzler, you could argue, coulda, shoulda, woulda, got a hand on it. He's at least going to get back there and stop Lazard before he gets a touchdown, but they're all the way down to, I think that's around the 30, maybe more. A little bit more, down to the 28, now in field goal range with a minute left, 2 timeouts. Not a good play there for the Vikings. We do get the sack here, however. They should mark it at least as a sack. I saw the ball was on the ground, but I think that came out after the sack. And they do give us credit for that sack. So a 2nd and 19. They have an empty set, so I'm going to make a couple of adjustments here. Make sure we have some guys out there. Man coverage. Nice pass breakup there from Kendricks. Gets just enough on the ball there to knock it away from the receiver, and that is all we need. Nope, I did not mean to hit that. I didn't mean to hit that button. So they get the completion but fall right out of bounds. I meant to have the corners cover the outside. Instead, I had selected that it was a run to the right. So I think I was able to change it in time, as it wasn't an easy touchdown there. But another field goal here for Green Bay, giving them a 13-10 lead. I think what we've learned in our games against the Packers this year is we really have to try to stay away from some of these safeties. Instead, we're going to go right down the middle. Flanagan's there, going to get a huge gain, but there's a flag down. Really hope that's not holding. And it's not roughing the passer. So that's going to help us as it'll be tacked on to the end of the play. Going to bring us down to the 23. Gotta love it there. Get the extra at the end. Get us down to the 23, so we're in field goal range at least for the end here. We're going to go to the corner here with Flanagan. He ran out of speed, I guess. I don't know what happened there, but he started running a lot slower after we threw that pass. With 30 seconds left, we still have 3 timeouts. On 2nd down, we're going to go with a run play here. Try to catch them a little bit off guard. They go with a blitz, so we get forward for another 1st down, or around about a 1st down. They do give it to us, so we'll call a timeout here. 20 seconds left. Come out with a 2 running back set here. Make a couple of adjustments. So I'd love to see Cordero, but he run out of time, just a split second. I was going to go for A there, and he was going to break open. Really unfortunate there. Instead, we're going to flip this here. Not really flip it, but flip kind of what we were doing in the previous play. We'll have Dalvin go on the wheel. And we're just going to chuck it up. He's going to break it up. Going to bring a 3rd and 15 with 10 seconds still remaining. I would love to see Flanagan here across the middle. We have Thielen to the outside. It's Flanagan across the middle. And how does that fall incomplete? I'm going to go into instant replay here as we see Flanagan breaking open across the middle, and then as soon as we throw it, he just stops. I mean, the pass is a little high, you could say, but if he keeps flowing, jumps for it, I mean, you got to try something there. Ugh. After all that, we'll only have the opportunity here to tie the game up with this field goal. 5 seconds remaining in the first half. It's through. 2 seconds left. We'll just kick it, squib kick it, and head on into halftime. And this was not what I meant to kick, but I don't know. We'll try something here. And waste the time. All right, cool. So they won't have a chance to kick the field goal. We're going to go ahead and head into halftime. This game tied 13-13. As we head on in, we see here it's a battle of opposites where we have all the rushing yards, very little passing yards, and they have, did I say passing? I meant the opposite. We have all the passing, all the rushing, very little passing. They have all the passing, not really rushing. Kansas City up 21-7 against the Lions. And Jets and Eagles, Battle of the Green happening. 17-7, Eagles up a little bit before halftime as well. And Falcons and the Bears. Pretty close game, 21-17 with about a minute left in that first quarter. Fields still there for the Bears and Sam Darnold with the Falcons. And we will be receiving the second half kickoff, so will give us the opportunity to take a lead. We just need to not waste it. No stupid mistakes. Get down the field, put the ball in the end zone. Dalvin's been running pretty well for us today, so let's continue to hand the ball off to him, see if he can make any big plays, follow the gap, and we get again close to the first down. I think they're going to give it to us. Yep, they do. Another first down run for Dalvin. So it's not the play I meant to click. I wanted to run to the outside here and try to follow our blocks, hit the first gap that opens up, get forward for another gain of about 5. Of course, don't want to forget about Ham. Haven't been handing the ball off to him as much of recent, so as his time as a Viking is coming to a close, make sure we give him the ball. Powers forward, gets about a gain of, I don't know, let's say 10? Yep, 10 yards. Ham's been a very integral part of this team for quite a long time, been a Pro Bowl fullback for year after year. We're going to run here with Saunders and slide down. They had Kenny Clark covering Flanagan, but I wasn't going to give the opportunity for the CPU to give Kenny Clark an interception. So instead we make the safe choice there, and we just go ahead and run it. You see Dalvin and Saunders both a -3 in the fatigue, but 8 yards, almost 8 carries, almost 200 yards rushing. Fantastic day for Dalvin. As we don't get the block on the outside that I was looking for. Cut up the field. He gets a gain of 2 on that carry. We'll send him to the sidelines for a little bit. Let him catch his breath. See what we can do here. Not liking anything there. Going to roll out here and just toss this one away. Going to bring up a 3rd and 8. Good coverage for Green Bay. Saunders only 2 for 8 in the entire game. Say the Packers have definitely built a very strong corner and safety class or group here. We go for Flanagan across the middle, however, get the first down. Only the 3rd completion of the night for Saunders. I haven't run a screen pass in quite a while here, so we'll see what Cordero can do here. Have no one over there, a couple blockers. Not able to really make Jair miss, but he kind of runs through him, gets close to the first. We'll come out here with a strong formation, and I want to have this be a play action. Let's see what we got. Let's go ahead and step forward here. Not going to get the block from Ham. I was hoping Ham would come back to block Campbell, but we'll just go ahead, scamper on out of bounds with a first down. Safe move here for Saunders. We go for the outside run here. Try to cut up quickly. We get past Preston Smith, but not past the rest of the defense. Get a gain of 4 on that carry. Gonna just have Flanagan run that route a little bit deeper. And it's closing in, and Saunders fumbles the ball. Ham picks it up. He gets back to about the original line of scrimmage. And with that fumble, we'll bring in Mund for this next play. Again, this is more of the Vikings version of the Wildcat, because he has some speed, but great play there. I believe that was Rashawn Gary. It was Gary who made a good play He was coming around the edge, saw us step up, went back towards the line, and got the tackle about at the line of scrimmage. So we'll go ahead and kick the field goal here. Just take the points, give us the lead in this game. Going to put us up 16-13. And this is definitely a rivalry game here. It's what they're all made for as they go for a run to the left. We're there with Joyner. Gets the tackle after a gain of a couple. I want to apply as much pressure to these receivers as we can. Throw off the timing. Try to buy some time for our pass rush to get to the quarterback, as that's when we typically see the best results. And we get there again with Daniil, his second sack of the day. And that will bring up a 3rd and 17. So we're just going to make sure I have that selected correctly as a pass. Running some man coverage. They go underneath, and Ward able to break that one up. Going to bring up a 4th and long. They're definitely going to be punting. All right, we have the lead. It's only 3, but we're in the 4th quarter, so it's time to start chewing some clock. Try to leave the Packers with as little time as possible. Good run there from Dalvin. Stays in bounds as best as he could. Let the time run. Obviously, still forced out, but with clock still running, so we're fine with that. Going to go right back down the middle, right through Kenny Clark, and a 1st down. Of course, we don't want to force feed Dalvin too much, so we'll bring in Nwangwu here on the 1st down. We're going to go back to that outside, try to get his speed freed. He fights through one guy and gets a gain of 8. We're really seeing Nwangwu step into his own this season, given the chance that we had let Alexander Mattison go. We're seeing a little bit of, I don't want to say power, because he doesn't have any trucking ability, but he really fights for the extra yards on every carry, and it really shows, and really proud to see his progression. Really makes moving on from Mattison a lot easier, as he was a great running back for us for years. Never really got the chance to shine much, but when he had the time, he showed. Seeing the Packers teeing on the run a little bit here, so let's hit the play action rollout. Go across. That was just a poor decision. He was in triple coverage. It looked open when I hit the button, but as soon as I hit it and saw where it was going, yeah, that was a bad decision. Now falls on the defense once again to make some game-saving plays here. Going to run some man coverage. They're going down the field. That's the same play that we got the pass breakup on the last 3rd down. However, this 3rd down goes in the favor of the Packers. They get, 3rd down, it was 1st down, but in this scenario, as there goes Jones, we get the tackle down to about the 30. Aaron Jones, the biggest run of the day for sure, probably doubled, or if not more, his yard total. Saunders starting to catch some glares over on the sidelines. Yes, he basically just threw that drive away. Good pass there from Love. We get him down in bounds, so not sure if that's a good or bad thing for us, as it looks like we may be needing some time here to get our own points. They get a completion down to the 14, just over 2 minutes left. We're going to try to bring a little pressure from the outside, send a cornerback blitz here. And Dancer not able to get free, his guy wide open and into the end zone. So we're going to have about 2 minutes to come back and try to win this game. And we are going to need some big plays. We need a touchdown. We're currently down 4. 2 minutes left in this game. We're going to try to use a bit of Munn's speed, get forward, slide down at the 2-minute warning. And we've seen Flanagan make some plays here, but given the current formation that they're lining up in, I'm going to check down to a run here. Try to get the 1st down, and we get just the 1st down, not much more. So let's flip this here, get Chark and his speed to the outside. Honestly, he doesn't really have much speed, just has the height advantage. We'll try to roll out here with Saunders, take the safe play, get forward, slide down, and keep going. Try to get something here. They have one high safety, giving Jefferson a bit of space. Not much there. We're just going to throw this away, avoid the sack, and stop the clock. Now have 1 minute remaining in this game. We have all 3 timeouts. 2nd and 10. Go for a run play here, and they snuff that out perfectly. Going to call our first timeout. This play didn't quite work too well for us earlier. We're going to really hope it works well for us this time. 3rd and 12, jet sweep to a speedy receiver to the outside. Try to get the corner. Gets close to it. Going to bring up a 4th and short. And this is 4th and game for the Vikings. So we need to get the conversion here. We're going to use Mund, roll out to the left, gets the first down and out of bounds. Smart play called there for the Vikings. They saw the overload to the right-hand side. Everyone went to that right side, so they used Mund to just stroll over to the left. They have Flanagan across the middle, breaking open, fighting for it. They don't say he's in yet, so we're going to let this clock roll a bit down to the 1. Huge play there from one of our young stars. We're going to go down the middle here from Cook. Try to power through. Amazing blocking up front. We are in. With this extra point will put us up 3. Q kicks it up right down the middle. 23-20. 17 seconds left in this game. The Packers still have all 3 timeouts, but they need to get down to field goal range. Looks like they're going to be passing, so we're going to be back here trying to stop that. Doesn't go good for us here. Boyle, I think his name is, fights, and they're close. We're going to come out here in the dime formation, a formation we haven't run yet in this series, just so we have as many guys out there to try to cover as possible. As they go underneath, Aaron Jones gets maybe to about the 45. And with 4 seconds left, they're calling Hail Mary. So we are setting the team up here to knock out a pass. They go underneath. No time left. No time to kick the field goal. We get the tackle. This game is over. We steal one late in Lambeau. What a great rivalry game you see. I mean, very similar stats across the board here. Those 2 takeaways really hurt us. They put Green Bay right back in this game, a prime spot to win it. But we just happened to sneak one out. This game was this season. So many close games, and we just found a way. And after that game, we sim on over to Week 17, the formerly end of the regular season. Of course, we still have 2 more matches remaining, but you see here over in the standings, we have a 5-game lead on the next 2 guys in the NFC North. The Packers and Bears have the same record, but we basically have that in locked. The only thing we need to make sure we have locked is the 1 seed in the NFC. We currently see here in the playoff standings, we still have that 1 seed, but the Bears and Green Bay have both dropped out of the current playoff picture. In the NFC, we have the Cowboys, Rams, Panthers, football teams, 49ers, and the Giants. Over on the AFC, current first round bye, the 1 seed is to the Chiefs. They also have the Jaguars, the Ravens, the Patriots, Colts, Browns, and Texans. The Jaguars have been in the Super Bowl every single season, whether it was the first season that we simmed because it was our real life season, so we weren't going to play that and change really much of what happened. In our first season, we faced off against the Jaguars in an embarrassing fashion for them. We destroyed them, but they're fighting to go right back. So who knows? It could be a Super Bowl rematch. Jaguars seem to be a very talented team in this dynasty, or in this dynasty, but in this universe. But to see how the rest of this regular season goes and how far we go into the playoffs, again, we're trying to defend our Super Bowl victory of last season. You're going to need to stick around. So make sure you're hitting that subscription button down below. You could follow me on Twitter to be notified of when I put, or whenever these videos go live. I always tweet that out. Or you could simply hit that bell notification down below. Hit a like, comment something. It always helps, not only me, but also YouTube. Lets people know that you are enjoying these and that other people should be as well. So next game, we have the Las Vegas Raiders. They have a pretty good offense. defense is pretty similarly rated to us. We've seen games like that be complete blowout wins for us or extremely close games or blowout losses. So those overalls really mean nothing, but you're going to need to stick around to make sure you watch that. So please do. This is a fun end of this regular season. We'll probably see some of the younger guys come in and play, and probably this game because Week 18 is a rivalry game. So we want to make sure we win that one. But yeah, we'll probably see some of those younger guys in this game. And when we get to the playoffs, I'm going to start dropping some hints a little bit at what our next series is that will be going alongside this one after this one comes to an end, or this season comes to an end. Not this series. We'll continue this series, drop it down to 2 times a week, and bring in another one for 1 day a week. But if you really like it, I might try to swing 2 days for both of these. So hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, we'll see you later. Bye.